Hello everyone and welcome back to Wolfquest. In the last episode, Lucky and I decided to officially begin our partnership. They are most definitely going to have puppies together, but even if they do, I think he understands that she would prefer to just keep their relationship, I guess, professional in a way. She considers him a good friend, but the only true love in her life was Moon. And thankfully he's a very nice guy who understands that. It really is just a mutually beneficial relationship for us both because it's just not a viable option really, being out alone here this time of year. Well, first things first, maybe I should scope out what den we want. Maybe it'd be kind of cute if we started off having our den be where we first met together. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I know I did say that my sister would be like living in my room for a month. That's because we have a relative coming over. My grandfather. My family's actually planning on going for a little bit of a road trip to go meet a friend and to actually see a concert. But I live in Canada and the concert is in America. So I'm going to be going on quite a little bit of a trip. I think it's going to be maybe a couple of weeks. I'm not sure. But either way, I definitely won't be able to post because I won't have access to my laptop. So just a warning about that beforehand. I'll have to recheck with my parents and ask what date we're going. That way I can tell you guys. But yeah, in the foreseeable future, I will be gone for a little bit. That way nobody thinks I just like keeled over playing Wolfquest or something. You know that cat that's always jumping on top of my keyboard and bothering me even though I love her? Well, she scratched the heck out of me today because I was trying to help my mom give her some medicine. She's got some congestion, so she's been coughing and stuff. Also, is it mirrored? Some of the trees look like kind of pink toned. It looks pretty. Also, I don't know why, I just love this house. I think it's beautiful. And I know for a fact I can't go in there. So right now we're close to the fair. Which I did think was a cool idea, but if I remember correctly, there was a bear living around here. And he seemed to be awfully intent on keeping it for himself. So I guess we'll go check out the other den, which I'm pretty sure is the one that we met Lucky at. Let's see. This direction. Whoa, we got like a forklift or something, a bulldozer. Aw, I wish I could sleep in it. That'd be funny. My only complaint about this DLC is that I wish you could heavily interact with like everything related to humans. Like I want to be able to go up the stairs in that house I just ran by. I really just want to sleep on top of and inside of everything related to humans. I just think it's fun. Like let me sleep in the bulldozer. Like the Scoopy part. It's down here. It looks so different. But this is where I first met Lucky. And where I would like to raise our pups. When we are completely agreed on that situation. Let's pretend like a month passed, maybe. This isn't today, this is a whole month going on right here. A pretend month has passed. We have finally come to terms with their agreement. And Sunny is now expecting pups. We gotta get started on territory making, so she's finally caught up to Bubbles as well. Somehow they actually aren't that far behind from each other. But we gotta take this tile first, obviously. Actually, I could just pee on it. Forgot about how easy it is when you're not stealing tiles. I usually pee twice to get the border set, and then I howl at least 3 times, because it usually gets it to like 80%. It's a process, but it works. Oh, it's starting to be like a snowstorm. Careful. Don't get separated from each other. I think snow in the winter is beautiful in this game, but in real life, I don't particularly like it. I don't know. I got stuck in like a really bad, like, not blizzard, but really deep snow once. And I had to go on a ferry all the way to my house because back in the day, I had a friend that lived on a different island from me. That was back when I lived in BC, but we've actually moved like all the way across the country. But yeah, I got stuck in that, and he didn't have a car, so we had to walk all the way there, and it was horrible. I feel like I almost died. I remember I was like, I can't feel anything. And ever since that day, I've just hated snow. Also, I guess, you know what? My dog got off leash one time and I had to chase her, and she's a pit bull, so you know she's really hard to catch. She is fast. And that was also in the middle of winter. And it was hard to chase her while she's running. Well, I'm in like winter boots and stuff. The only reason I caught her, the only reason, is because she took a minute to play in the snow while I was just laying flat on my back, like panting. It was horrible. If she hadn't taken that break, I don't know if we'd still have little Raven in our house today. Oh my god, I also forgot to mention, I had to, she like wiggled out of her harness, and she didn't have her collar on. That was part of the problem of why she accidentally wiggled out of the harness. So she was a pit bull, running around, with absolutely nothing to grab her by. She has silky smooth fur, she's slippery, and I had to catch her, and no one was helping. So in fact, someone tried to shoo her away from them when she wanted to play with their dog, which is like, I kind of get it, because maybe you don't know if my dog is friendly, but she clearly just wanted to play, and I was clearly struggling. Dude was like, shoot, shoot, and I was very upset about that. But you know, I was too busy trying to catch my dog to really complain. And in the end, I had to follow her around and just kind of pretend I didn't want to kidnap her and take her back home. So eventually, she kind of let her guard down a little bit after like an hour. And I got her, she started sniffing someone's barbecue right next to their wall, and I took the opportunity because it was just her in the wall against me. And so then I grabbed her, and I tried my best to hang on to her. I hooked my legs onto their barbecue. I was stuck in like a sit-up position, and I somehow managed to use my phone to call my parents and like beg them to come save me. My dog even started fighting, and they could hear me, and it sounded like I was fighting a bear on the phone. I had to just drop it in the snow. I remember some dude was staring at me from his sliding door because I'm like behind a bunch of people's houses. He probably thought I was a weirdo, but I think he realized eventually and left me alone. But yeah, that was an ordeal. So yeah, that's another one of the many reasons I just don't like winter. Bad things happen. But you know, beautiful snow in the game. But I don't know, man. I got beef with that random man that tried to shoo my dog away. You'd be surprised how many people are mean to her just because she's a pit bull. Oh man, I've got stories. And I shall probably regale you with them. Moose! Right on my heels as soon as I start recording, Jesus. Okay, anyway. About those tales I was going to regale you with. So, my dog, right? I know people have like misconceptions about pit bulls. They think they're violent, all that. They're not. If anything, they're just completely bratty. And my dog doesn't have the best leash manners, so she pulls really hard. I'm not super weak, so it's like I don't usually get dragged around too much anymore. I'm also not the strongest, so I do get dragged around a little bit. But one time, before we got her the harness, we got her the harness because of a lot of problems. Because she's a complete brat that just doesn't understand. She thinks the world's her playground. But yeah, one time she completely like just tore the leash out of my hands. And she ran over to another dog that she saw because she wanted to be friends with the dog, you know? Classic dog stuff. And she came over there and she was trying to act tough, so she did like a tiny little like throat rumble. Not snarly, nothing, just a throat rumble trying to act tough. Ooh. Anyway. And this guy, like, he freaked the heck out. My dog was like 5 feet away from him, just stanced up, trying to be a tough girl. And I came over, immediately grabbed her by the harness, pulled her back, fixed her all up. This guy, like, commanded me to get my dog off of his dog, even though she wasn't even touching it. She was, like I said, 5 feet away. And I was like, yeah, sorry, like, that was just an accident. And I immediately dealt with it. And as he's walking away, he turns around, he looks so mad, and he's like, she should be tied up. And I'm like, brother, my dog was on a leash She was tied up. It was a complete accident, and I dealt with it in like literally 2 seconds. It took no time at all. My dog didn't do anything. So yeah, I got a little bit sassy. I didn't do anything crazy, but man, I whipped my head around. I'm like, you don't like it, don't walk by my house, because I feel like some people walk by our house because she's a pit bull and they want to cause confrontation. It's actually kind of nuts. Like, I've had quite a few people. People just don't like pit bulls, which makes me sad. I mean, they'll do anything to find an excuse to give you their opinion on it, such as coming over to your house and being like, and getting way too close and then getting like freaked out when she even looks at them. So yeah. Not fun. I love my dog and she's very sweet. She knows me as Brubby because I'm her big brother. And she loves her Brubby. In fact, she is known in this house for like just non-stop kissing me. I can't even breathe. She's the sweetest thing ever. She jumps up on her hind legs and she puts her little arms around my shoulder and she just kisses me like crazy. I try to be understanding of people that are scared of dogs, but I find that they're also really mean to dogs a lot of the time. I understand you being afraid. That's okay. That's entirely allowed. But I just don't like when they act like dogs are evil, because they're not. Sorry, this episode has just turned into an entire rant about people and my dog in snow. But that's okay, because honestly, these territory things take everything out of me. Usually I'm just sitting here in silence. And it can get boring real fast. This is a beautiful picture, by the way. I kind of want a thumbnail of it. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, it's pretty. I like it. Getting all of these tiles, the empty gray ones, will leave us with one more tile that we can fill up. Whee! Yeah, I'm gonna have to do like an extensive look around this place sometime. Because last time I didn't really get to. Okay, we're gonna leave it here for the next episode, because I've done my recording limit in terms of time. As you can see, we're very close to finishing up the territory. I'm not sure if it's too good, but at the very least, the den we're first picking is in the middle. So hopefully everything turns out okay in terms of wolf attacks. See you guys next time.